Hey guys, I just want to make a quick video to talk about a few things, answer some questions I often get, tell you about the future of my channel, and also ask for some advice. Before we start though, a few weeks ago I took 2 weeks off YouTube. I was starting to feel burnt out and I really needed some time to clear my head. Since coming back I've felt refreshed, motivated, and excited to make videos again. I've also had a ton of new ideas that I'll talk about later in this video. Since returning though, the support has been crazy. My new videos have been doing better than ever, and I've been gaining subs faster than I ever have before. So I'd just like to say a big thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate the fuck out of all of you, and the people that comment on all my videos, don't think that I don't notice you, because I do. So the first question I've been getting a lot recently is, will I finish my Dark Souls 1 series? And the answer to that is yes. I think there's only one episode's worth of stuff to do before I finish it anyway, so I'll get it done and I'll try not to rage. I took down the previous video I made for Dark Souls because quite frankly it was an embarrassing and shit video, and I regret even posting it, hence why I took the video down. I don't want the focus of my channel to be on raging at games. There's plenty of other channels out there like that, and I don't want to become one of them. Something I won't be doing, however, is making a series for Dark Souls 2 or 3. The reason for this is I get more enjoyment out of those games for just playing them in my spare time. They're less stressful to play when I'm not recording myself. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. I think recently I've come to the realization that I don't like the idea of doing a long-running series for a single game. Since coming back to YouTube, I've uploaded whatever the fuck I felt like making at the time, and I've been much happier in doing that. I don't like having too much structure to my uploads because I'm naturally a very unorganized and spontaneous person. I don't like waking up and feeling like I need to make another episode of Dark Souls just because a week has went by since the previous one. It's better for me to just make content that I feel like making at the time. This brings me on to another question that I get multiple times per day. When will I do another Journey to Level Cap series, and what MMO will I do it for? The answer to this will disappoint a lot of you, but hear me out. I don't want to do another Journey to Level Cap series for an MMO for the foreseeable future. The reason for this is that MMO questing and leveling is for the most part a really fucking boring process. What you see in episode 1 is more or less the same as what you'll see in episode 6, with the only differences being new zones and new abilities. As I get further into the series, I find it harder to make the videos entertaining because I've already talked about everything I want to talk about. I'd rather just level up in my spare time whilst watching Netflix on my other monitor. Something I will do, however, is one last episode for my Terror series that I abandoned just to get from 60 to 65. Apparently I fucked up by not taking the level 60 quest line, hence why I wasn't getting much XP. For those of you that are disappointed though, don't worry. You know that video I made for WildStar recently where I decided to revisit the game to give an updated pros and cons list as well as see what's changed? I'll be doing that for a very select few MMOs that I want to take another look at that I didn't feel as though I did justice when I first covered them. So far I'll be doing this for The Elder Scrolls Online, Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn, Star Wars The Old Republic, RuneScape, and possibly Warframe. I don't have an ETA of when these videos will be made, it'll just eventually happen when I feel like playing them. In regards to paid promotion and sponsored content, I've decided to put a notice in the About section of my YouTube channel to inform people that I'm not interested in accepting them. The reason for this is I still get people accusing my videos of being paid for just because I have a positive opinion of the game, and it continues to piss me off. Like I've said in previous videos, I've only ever done one paid promotion since being on YouTube, and that was for Blade and Soul, which was clearly disclosed. I haven't done any since, and I don't really intend to. Sure, I could make a lot more money, but at the moment YouTube's paying quite well, and I don't really think it's worth risking the trust of my subscribers or integrity of my channel. If I do ever get into financial difficulties, I'd probably set up a Patreon before thinking about doing sponsored stuff, but at the moment there's nothing to worry about. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the future of my channel, what I want to do with it, as well as ask for some advice. So as many of you are probably aware, my First Impressions series is basically the bread and butter of my channel and clearly the most popular pieces of content I make. I'm starting to get to the point with that series where I've covered most of the noteworthy MMOs that have been released over the past few years, and I don't really see much point in covering the older MMOs because they've had their time and feel irrelevant now. Obviously I have no intentions of stopping this series, but I just want to focus on covering all of the new MMORPGs that come out rather than looking back at the old ones. The main reason for this is that I want to cover other types of games in this format that aren't MMOs, for example single player adventure games, FPS games, indie games, big AAA games and more. I basically want to branch out. If I was to do this though, I'd want the new series to have a different name so I can put it in a separate playlist on my YouTube channel and maybe change up the format when necessary. So basically what I want to see from you guys in the comments below are name suggestions for my new First Impressions series that covers new games from multiple genres, mostly the stuff on Steam. The title of this series needs to roll off the tongue well, be somewhat relevant to the type of content in the series, and maybe be a little bit clickbaity. For example, Jim Sterling calls his series Jimpressions. Total Biscuit calls his WTF Is. I just want a cool, unique name for my series along the same lines. Obviously, the format and presentation of this series will be vastly different to what they do. I just use their series as examples just to give you guys some idea of what I'm going for. If any of you in the comments come up with a good, unique idea for the name of this series, I'll buy you any single game from Steam of your choice. If you can't think of any ideas, then leave a like on other people's suggestions so I don't miss them. Another series I'm also going to be experimenting with in the future will be called The Worst Games Ever Made. In this series I'll be playing games that are notoriously shit purely for your entertainment. I'll probably put a lot of editing into these videos, have cutaways, and I've got some fun ideas for ways those videos could end too. Personally, this series is one I'm really looking forward to trying out, as I feel as though I could have a lot of fun making it. Expect a pilot episode for it sometime soon. The final thing I just want to throw out there is that I'm also open to the idea of making a video here and there, talking about topics or news that I find interesting in the gaming industry. So if there's anything you'd like me to talk about, then send me a tweet. So just to recap this video, I will finish my Dark Souls 1 series, however I'm not going to do a series for Dark Souls 2 or 3, I'm not going to do any more Journey to Level Cap series, instead I'll be revisiting those games to see what's changed. I will finish my Terra series, I'm not accepting sponsored videos, I'm open to making videos talking about news in the gaming industry every now and again. I'll be starting a new series called The Worst Games Ever Made soon, and I need your help to come up with a name for my new First Impressions series, in which I cover games that aren't MMOs. The person that comes up with the best name will receive a game of their choice from Steam. So that's it for this video, guys. I just want to say a massive thank you for 250k subscribers. We're now a quarter of the way to my career goal of 1 million, and I'm so happy with the amount of support you've given my channel recently. It's been insane. Remember to leave your suggestions for the name of my new series in the comments below. Thanks for watching, you take it easy, and I'll see you again really soon. Right now I'd probably say the combat system's about as much fun as being circumcised for the first time. It's about as much fun as a dentist's waiting room. We're slowly but surely getting to the point where I'd rather put my dick in a microwave than continue to play this game.